Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Thanks, Phil. Can you hear me okay? Good, good, good. All right, let's wait for a few folks to get over here. You're one of the uh, more flexible ones. Okay, good. Thanks, Phil. Can you hear me okay? Okay. All right. Testing sound one more time. Okay, maybe just that I'm not moving very much, Mary. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Sorry about the problem. And thank you for your flexibility getting over here. I'm not sure why uh, we have. Let me boost the sound a little bit. Okay, maybe just that I'm not moving. Sounds good. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. I want to first thank you again
Sounds
for your
good. Okay.
flexibility. And I want to move right into our presentation. I'll get into this issue of marketing planning, writing a marketing plan that works. And so, what I want to do is first move into again for your flexibility. Our
And
presentation.
move
Right into our presentation. I'll get into this issue of marketing planning, writing a marketing plan that works. Okay, so let's begin with this idea. First of all, what is marketing exactly? When we talk about writing a marketing plan that works, I think it's important that we first stop and realize that we need to write a plan about marketing and ultimately its goal, which I describe as very simply this. Marketing is changing beliefs. When we talk about writing a marketing plan that works, and we change. That we first stop and realize get the echo that, off. Okay. All right, still getting some echoing. Let me know if it's still echoing. So we're changing beliefs and essentially changing beliefs around two things. How's that, Philip? Is that better? We're changing beliefs first to raise the importance of what we do well and raise the perception that our brand does it better than anyone else. So, if your marketing plan is going to work, it has to do these two things first and foremost. Now, let me talk a little bit more about what that means and what that means in practice. When you're changing beliefs, I'm talking about changing beliefs around a benefit, a primary benefit that your company wants to deliver to the customer and that you happen to be particularly good at. If you're going to change beliefs and succeed in the market, you need to raise the importance of this benefit that you have a competency to deliver. And I say that because I see many companies go out and try to convince customers to do things that they're not particularly good at. I see marketers try to do things in the marketplace they don't particularly have the competency to do. And so what we want to think about now is, what are the aspects of a marketing plan, the minimum required parts of a marketing plan that are going to help you do that? A marketing plan will work if it does three things. First of all, it's got to set direction. It's got to give a clear idea of what you're going to go after and who you're going to go after. It aligns the team. And I'll talk more about that, what I mean about aligning a team and how you get a team aligned. And it's also going to get results. A marketing plan is designed to move the business forward. And I say that, it may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many times people write a marketing plan to kind of get their ideas down on paper, but it doesn't really plant a flag, so to speak, to have a point of view and to cause a positive change in the market and in financial results. So a good marketing plan will do these three things. So let me go through what these three things mean. Very simply, a marketing plan sets direction if it tells you three things: who to call on, what to say and what to deliver, what to do when you ultimately reach that customer. Now, it's no more simple than that, no more complex than that. And I have worked with teams that will sometimes go and say, Drew, I'm really struggling. We're really struggling with what to do in our organization. We don't know what our plan is. We don't have a plan. And I ask them to take out a piece of paper. I simply say to them, okay, write down what you're doing today to get business. And they do. They write down different things. Well, we do this and we call on these people and we say this and we do that. And then I pick up the piece of paper and I said, congratulations, there's your first marketing plan. And I'm going to talk later how a marketing plan can be very simple. It can be on one page if you so desire. But ultimately, it's designed to help you as an organization know what to say, know who to call on, and what to do when ultimately you reach that customer. So a marketing plan will align the team. Now, this is often a overlooked aspect where people, especially marketers, love to write marketing plans, but they do it in a vacuum. They do it without a lot of input, or they do it alone, and they don't really have the benefit of a team informing them about different ways to go about it. I like having a team involved anytime I write a marketing plan, because you have to realize that a marketing plan ultimately is not about the plan itself, but it's the conversations that you and the team have that will help you get more aligned, more committed. Ultimately, this is what I like about a marketing plan. If it's done right, if it works, it's going to create an accountability for all those that had a hand in creating it. And so it's a clever little trick that when you create a marketing plan, get a lot of people to kind of put their hands on it. Don't have so much pride of authorship, right? That you overlook this very important aspect of getting multiple people involved, get them to put their fingerprint, their thumbprint on it, so to speak. And then what you're going to have is an opportunity now to have a plan that's been socialized, that everybody's looked at, everybody's had a say in, and people are going to feel at least some accountability to make sure that it's going to succeed. They're going to do their part. So a marketing plan is far more than just articulating what you're going to do. It's engaging people. It's meant to hook people and get them to be part of the solution and step up and do what they need to do to make the plan work. Now, what kind of marketing plan gets results? Well, let's go back to my initial definition of marketing, right? Marketing ultimately is succeeding if you're getting to the right people and they hear the message and understand the message, the right message, and you're delivering the right promise. Now, here's an insight for you. I have worked with a lot of marketing teams, and I have seen teams that are like, woohoo, we did it. We reached our goal. But they have absolutely no clue why. They can't really explain the mechanics of what people understand. They can't understand the mechanics of what's sold, where, why, and then I go to teams that maybe were short of their goal, but they know exactly why. Now, between those two teams, which one do you think is more successful? I'd say it's the second team, because now they have an opportunity to learn and to improve what they're doing. The first team is clueless. And so they are now at a point where they're just going to keep doing stuff in the market, but really not getting the results that they could have. So finally, I want to make this point that you can ultimately get a marketing plan down to one page if you so desire. You could. And I have seen very, very fine marketing plans that do just that. And what I would tell you is that, ultimately what you write down on one page can be very, very satisfactory. What I suggest you do is try to write down your marketing plan on one page, but then add pages to it with maybe backup support information. I really think it's a good discipline to be able to show how you can write down your thinking into one page. I mean, that's really a disciplined marketer that knows how to do that. All right, so checking in here with everybody. Looks like we're still on. We might be having some screen freezing up. I'm sorry about that if you're having that problem. Not sure why. LinkedIn was a little grumpy this morning. This broadcast got over to YouTube just fine, but we're going to press on here. So let me just wrap up things here. I'd like to keep these LinkedIn Learning live sessions, live streams short and to the point so you can get back to what your day is all about. And what I want to say basically is that when you look at the LinkedIn Learning course that I have online here, you will find some resources in the exercise files that can help you with a marketing plan. For example, the exercise files has a marketing template if you wanted to use one. It also has tools like what you see here, which is a product service analysis that compares you to the other offerings in the marketplace. You could look at these tools, download these tools, and here, for example, is a good one that helps you with the value proposition. The course I have here on LinkedIn walks you through how to set up your team and how to do all the different steps. And what I've tried to do with you today is just give you some of that, sort of between the lines wisdom about the aspects of marketing that I think are going to make you most successful. Writing a marketing plan that works really boils down to not just what you get on the piece of paper, but how you ultimately get people involved and engaged with your plans to go into the market. So that is it for today. What I want to do is, again, thank you. Sorry again about the problems that we had. I will tell you a little bit about next week. Next Tuesday at 11 o'clock, God willing, no more technical problems. We are going to dive into this issue of, have you reached your creative peak? So that wow, is okay. For today. That's kind of a scary thought, right? Have you reached your creative peak? And ultimately, if you have, or if you haven't, when will you? And if you have, what do you do now? That's what's going to happen next Tuesday at 11 o'clock. I hope you can join me for that. And in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us here on LinkedIn Learning. Have you reached your creative peak? For that. And in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us here on LinkedIn Learning. Have you reached your creative peak? Join me for that. And in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us here on LinkedIn Learning. Have you reached your